Now, listen, make no mistake, this is filet mignon, okay? And this is filet mignon that just came out of my oven. So what I did is I seared these in a hot skillet, okay? I have like a long skillet that I use when I'm inside. And then very, like super hot, because I just want to sear the top and the bottoms. And then I put them in the oven for like 7 minutes at 350, just to get those juices going. Now look at that pile of filet mignon, okay? That is filet mignon, make no mistake. Now, here's the story with these. Let me just get myself together here. Okay. Now, here's the story. These are filet mignon. Look at that. I want you to see the different sizes. I'm going to put a couple different sizes here. So you get either 4 or 8 pounds. Now, here's the deal. if you go with the 8 pound, this is a buy more, save more. You're going to save almost $29. $29, I said, okay? So that's what the 8 pound looks like. And again, you will not see these in any grocery store, because you know why? Here's where they come from. You know what? A tenderloin is about that big. Okay, that's why it's so expensive, because there's not much of it on the cabinet. So you get one tenderloin about that big, and in the middle, if you're lucky, you get 2, maybe 3 8-ounce center cut fillets. Okay, that go for like $65, $75 at a restaurant. Right next door are medallions and tips. If you're lucky, maybe you get 8 tips. 8. Yes, 8 tips on one tenderloin. So you can understand that unless you're a company like ours that cuts lots of steaks for restaurants, you're not going to get that many tips. And that's why you don't see filet at the grocery store like this. So again, okay. And again, we don't have a lot of these, because if you want the 4 pound I have, I only have 225 to go around. If you want the 8 pound, only 150, okay? Because again, that's a buy more, save. Almost $29 for filet mignon you're saving. Now, I can tell you this, I'm gonna share something. Okay, this is one of those tips. Look at that. Now, you see that? Look at how juicy these are. This is filet mignon. This is like center cut filet mignon. It's no different than that center cut. It's just cut in pieces, which makes it way more versatile than a big, expensive, unapproachable steak that you just don't want to mess up. Because if you're going to pay, I can tell you right now, the going rate for filet mignon at a grocery store, okay, a grocery store, is over $34 a pound. This is under $28 a pound if you do the math. That's incredible. So if you love filet, and I know some people, that's all they eat is filet mignon. This is where you go, because guess what? Look at that. Look at that, medium rare. Yeah, you can get medium rare on these, but see that sear? See that sear? You sear it, and then you put it in the oven for like 5 to 7 minutes, and off you go. You want to put it on a salad? Look, on top of a salad, a little bit of blue cheese. Do it. We'll make a filet mignon sandwich. I'll do that in a second. You could do that. Shish kebabs, stir fry. You could grind these up and make bolognese sauce. So I just mentioned like 5 things that you could do with filet mignon. This is no different than the filet mignon you would eat as a steak. It's the same thing. It's just in little pieces, because it comes from the tip of that tenderloin. Again, something you won't find anywhere, because you would have to cut lots and lots of meat just to get those tips. And we happen to cut a lot of meat, because we sell to restaurants, right? So again, look at it. See, you see the shish kebabs there? Looks like there's a little chimichurri on there, a little mint. By the way, I did Greek the other night, and I said, you know what? I'm not in the mood for chicken. I want beef. So I made beef gyros, okay? And I'm probably saying that wrong, because I know I'm not Greek, I'm Italian, but a gyro, whatever you want to call it. And I marinated these pieces, okay? I marinated them with a little bit of lemon, with yogurt, some red wine vinegar, some fresh mint, and then I made a beautiful cucumber and tomato salad. And I just literally put these in a pita bread. And by the way, look how big that one is. In a pita bread, and that was it. And I can tell you that's beautiful medium rare. Look at that. That's one of the filet tips. So you don't know what size you're going to get. They come in so many different sizes. But again, the gist is, this is great for kids. It's already cut. This is filet mignon. Easy to chew, right? Some people sometimes have issues chewing, so filet mignon is their jam, okay? These are already cut for you. Very simple. And again, all the things that I mentioned, you would never ever go buy, I think for an 8-ounce at the grocery store, an 8-ounce filet or 6-ounce filet is like close to $15 to $20 for one steak for filet mignon. I don't know what happened, but also everything seemed to remain kind of the same. Filet mignon shot through the roof, but this is a great way to get it in this increment. It's either 4 or 8 pounds. So number one is you go with the 8 pounds, you're going to save. Ready for this? Almost $29. Okay, works out to less than $28 a pound for filet mignon. Okay, this is on auto delivery, right? So now the price isn't going to stay the same. It's just the way it is, right? Lock the price in. Every 60 days, you will get your 4 or 8 pounds of filet mignon. So now you don't have. Oh no, I misspoke. This one does not, which I get it, but that means you got to get it now. No problem, right? But they're great in the freezer. They call the 1 pound packages. I think I have one right here. Okay. And by the way, I took this out frozen like 10 minutes ago. It's already defrosted. So in the summer months, I'll tell you what, just put them out for like an hour or two and they will defrost. Look at that. That's 1 pound. If you want the 4 pound choice, yeah. 200 remaining in the 4 pound. Wow. If you want the 8 pound choice, only 100. So I think people are jumping on that buy more, save more, because again, you're saving almost $29 if you go with the 8 pound. Now, these are, put them in your freezer, and I'm telling you, it's one of those things where you get it and you'll say, I'm so glad I did because you know what? I'm in the mood for filet, but I don't want to go spend a crazy amount of money on filet mignon. And by the way, the versatility of these, again, look at the size. I'll try to give you an idea on each of the sizes, right? Okay, look at this. So let me just show you. So see on the board, each different sizes, okay? Some are smaller, some are bigger. I mean, some of them are like 2-ounce pieces. But you see that you can caramelize these and still get a good medium or medium rare. Let's see, this one looks more on the medium side, okay? You see that? Still juicy. Because again, these are 28 wet aged. These are wet aged for 28 days. So that's like restaurant quality. So restaurants all age their meat, okay? Most of the time it's wet aging. And what that does is the enzymes break down the meat, create this unbelievable kind of richer tasting steak that you only get at a steakhouse. And what I love about this is you get that steakhouse feel. You get that experience in your house. And like I said, if you go with the 8 pounds, you'll have these. You don't have to worry about paying the crazy filet mignon prices. And again, this is something that's versatile. So how about we make a quick sandwich? Okay, so a filet mignon sandwich. I used to have this place not too far from my house. They charge it was actually, that's what they sold, was filet sandwiches, like French fries, but filet sandwiches. And they would charge $14 for the final one. Let me just show you. Because I paid very close attention to it. So they took, I would say, maybe 3 tips. Now, they weren't using tips. I don't even know what they were using. But I took 3 of these. Let me just move this over. It's like that. 3 of the tips. Now, you get about 16 in each 1 pound bag. So just kind of think about what I'm doing here. 1, 2, 3 tips for a sandwich. Now I'm going to go in. I'm going to go with that long hot pepper. Look at that. Beautiful long hot pepper. I grilled a tomato. Look at that. I grill a tomato, which basically brings out the sugars of the tomato, sweetens it up a little bit. And there you go. A little bit of the seasoning on it. A little bit of that. And then look at that. There's your filet sandwich. Okay. 3 tips. Only 3 tips. And you get this beautiful filet tip sandwich. Just like that. Okay. That's how versatile these are. You would never go and get an 8-ounce, 6-ounce filet mignon and cut it up and make a sandwich with it. Just what makes sense. That's why this product is great. Go to buy more, save more, $29. It really is a great deal. And there's not a lot of these to go around, trust me. In general, like if you want the 4 pound I have left, only 175 remaining. Wow. Okay. The 8-pound tenderloin tips I only have 75. Wait, 75. Yes, 75. Okay, 75 left. People are loving that. Save that $29. I get it. That's what And the hot dogs, I understand, were very, very popular, which that makes sense to me.